All right, we are in one of the oldest cemeteries in Monticello, Minnesota. And here's the main gate. It's open. There's no plaque, there's no sign, which I think is ridiculous. You think the cemetery would have a name, but I don't see one. I'll look inside this door here. Nothing. So this is the oldest, one of the oldest cemeteries in Minnesota, and for sure in Monticello. And this looks like I would say this is the newest part here. So I'm going to walk to the oldest part first, and we've got this one, Edward, looks like Klein. Edward Klein, 1881 to 1923. And then we've got a big Klein thing here. Looks like 1913, 1975. Looks like that was put up in 1975. So it's old, but not nearly as old as some of these. Here's one that says Marsh. Looks like 1927. And there's a big one. Born 1820. And looks like born 1815 here. Died 1882. So that's definitely pretty old. That's shifted. That should be straightened out. I'm not sure if there's somebody that watches this stuff, but that's already shifted. You can see it shifted here. It's gonna broke off. That's gonna fall if that doesn't get fixed. And it looks like it's actually fell once. Someone put it back up. All right, moving on. We've got a marker here. Boy, this looks old. Oh my God, you can't even read this one. Looks like 1882, born 18. I can't read it. Maybe 77, and then it's died February 1882. It's definitely old. Can't really read this side. Can't read that side either. This is very old, very old. The top is broken off again, so it looks like it's been probably fell over at one time. All right, so moving on. We've got, look at that, born 1820, died 1878. Now that's obviously a new stone that was put up. So probably the family put a new stone up on that one. That looks almost new. And then we've got, look at this. Got Mrs. John coffin, and it's inlaid with some kind of stone. I've never seen it inlaid before. And then we've got coffin, John, William, Mary, Delia. This one was 1957. So, and there's an old one there, 1891. It's pretty old. All right, moving on. There's a few over there that look fairly new. I'm gonna 84, so I'm gonna move on. Okay, and then we got, these are pretty new. We got, these stones look new, so these were replaced. But 1875, 1877, somebody replaced this recently. Those are very new. They look laser cut. Now here's an old one. It's horribly sunken, and this is gonna fall. In fact, it looks to me like it had fallen, maybe and put back up, but it's very, very tilted. Let's see, wife of somebody. Here, memory of Martin Keene, died 1888. Now this is old, and look, he's a Knights Templar. This is Knights of Columbus, or Knights Templar. Died in 1888. Keene. And again, that's about ready to fall over. So this is Monticello. Well, if anybody's watching this video, that does cemetery restorations. Maybe they want to help out. We got HG Steel, Company H, 3rd Minnesota Infantry. That guy is Civil frickin' War. So we got a Civil War guy, HC Steel, Company H, 3rd Minnesota Infantry of the Civil War. This is old. This Civil War was, 1865, 1864, 1861 to 1864. Here we got some new ones, 72, 74. Okay, here we go. We got David Hannaford, died 1860. Again, this is tilted quite a bit. That's a big monument there, and that's gonna fall over. That's tilted quite a bit. I don't like to see that. All right, moving on. That's another new stone. These are all new here, relatively, 1963. Here we got another new one. Well, I don't know, it says 1915, so this one could be an old one. Now here's one in the ground. It's very old. Oh my God. And this one's been broken, it looks like. This is very old. Sorry, it might look like I scratched that, but I didn't do that. It was, if I did, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, it says wife of 18, I don't know, died 16 something or 18 something. Oh yeah, 18, died 18 something. It's in the ground very hard. Ratcliffe, here's a big one. Here's an old one. Joseph Radcliffe, died 1876, age 53. And there's the little one, JR, so that could be Junior. I'll look on the other side here. Nothing on the other side. So, but again, here's another stone that's tilted. It's gonna fall. Both of these are actually tilted pretty good. But look at that. He just put a little stone up for Junior. Huh. Just JR. That's all he got. And that's not sure about that one. Here's a really old one. Very, very old. Died 1870 something. And there's another little tiny stone with nothing on it, unless it's completely worn out. Oh yeah, there's something there. I'm not sure what it is. Here's another one in the ground. I'm not going to do that with my foot again. But there's an old one in the ground that you can't even read anymore. Here's one, born 1864, died 1878. That's pretty old. Alright, so I think the oldest part of the cemetery I haven't even got to yet. Here's a cool one in the ground. Okay, it says March 1833, born, died 1857. Right in the ground, a nice flat one. I don't know how nice that is. 1844 to 1876, it just says Frank on it. Huh. And we got a big one here, completely blank. It just says Dunkley, but there's nothing on it. Father, 1810 to something. It's got a bad, needs to be cleaned. Aunt Mary, 1861. Wow. Mother, 1904. That's pretty old. All right, here's some really old ones. It looks like. I wonder, did I get to those yet? Start. Henry Starrett, May 20th, 1889, he was died. 1857. All right, let's see. We got some little one here, but there's nothing on that. It's just a stone, headstone. There's one. Maybe it's all worn off. There's one in the ground, completely undistinguishable. Clean it off a little bit here with my hand this time. I see nothing there. There's something there, but Emmeline, wife of Thaddeus Ward, born 1834. No diet, or it's underneath the ground, and it looks like it's been broken and then glued together. And then you got ALW, and then we got EW and SC. Now SC, somebody stuck a pair of pliers in the ground, which I know that usually means that the guy was a mechanic or a carpenter, and somebody put those pliers in the ground. Can you see that? To commemorate that person, because they use those pliers. It's really cool to do that. The other side, nothing. Okay, then you got Sarah, wife of E.K. Chamberlain, born 1832, died looks like 66. And you got another one, born 1839, died 18, can't really read it, 40 something. There's an old one, really old. And that's another stone that's really bent. It's gonna fall over. Can't even read it. Maybe you can discern it from the video. And then we've got another one here, 1870 to something, age 76 years. And we've got 1870 something. This one's broken completely in half. Looks like died 1860 something. That's old. Here's another one, Mary something, 18 something. All right, there we go. We're just gonna try to hit the oldest ones today. This one is, can't read it. Very old, nothing on that side. All right, we're gonna find the oldest ones here. There's another one in the ground. Very old, can't even read it. Here's one that's all broken up. It's opposite. Perseus, wife of Moses, age 36 years, 18 something or other. Then there's some small stones next to it, AP and something, so they're probably kids or something, you know. Moving on, we got 1878. Now remember, in this video you can hit pause and you can read these stones. If I'm moving too fast, just hit pause. Age 29 years 9 months, died in 1878. That's old. Alright, and we got another one there. Looks like 1831, 81. This one's broken and put back together. 18 something, I can't read it. Here's a little one. It's kind of a bird. William Whitney, died 1884. Sarah H. Dow of, daughter of C&S Whitney, died 1858, only 21, pretty sad. It looks like it fell over. It just went, it used to stand up and it just fell over and they just left it in the ground, it looks like to me. All right, moving on, we're gonna try to stay with the oldest ones. I think maybe the oldest ones are back here, I don't know. Just gonna hit some of the oldest ones first and then take off. There's one, died 1869. Here's one that's fell over, 1877, Elizabeth something or other. Looks like 1918 or no, 1869. Died 1869. This one, nothing on it, just a stone marker. There's one here. This one's almost gonna fall over here. Died 1862. Aged 47 years. Got hands shaking. Celestia Bennett. There's one on the ground, can't even see it. All right, then we got here's a wooden marker. These people had no money at all, and it's barely there. It's a wooden grave marker. I've never seen this before in my life. It's split down the middle. It's very old, but you know what? It's still standing. A wooden grave marker. God rest their soul. At least they had some kind of marker. Now I imagine some in the day in the past that was painted. They probably painted information on it, which is long gone. Very old. All right, moving on. We got a big one here. We got George H. Died 1878. I thought they'd get older as I got further this way, but here's 1884. Something died 1884, aged 84 years. Oh my God, he was born in 1800 then. Marker Daly, 1891, wife of Marker Daly. All right, we got, this one looks old. It's been broken off on the top. Died, aged. It doesn't even have a date on it. Check the other side here. Nothing on the other side. Doesn't have any dates. You know, it's broken off, so it obviously had more on the top and it broke off and somebody took the piece, or it obliterated into lots of nothing. Here's one. 1888 looks like. And we got some way over here. I would think these would be the oldest ones, but I could be wrong. This one is, yeah, 1883. Sadie A. Davis. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. 22 only. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. There's one kind of in a bush here. It's very hard to see. I don't really, yeah, there's something in there. It's in the bush, I can't see it. A bunch of small ones. 1914, this looks like a date there. And then we got 1961. Here's a little one here. Ah, there's another Civil War soldier. We got Gottfried Stegin, Company E, 6th Minnesota Infantry. So that's a Civil War guy. So as I go further, these are probably the oldest ones. And this one's tilted quite a bit. So Gottfried Stegin, Company E, 6th Minnesota Infantry. He probably could have died in the Civil War, and they brought him here to rest in peace. That's the second Civil War one I've seen. It's definitely old. Here's some here, 1919. That's a new one. This one, no idea. That's a new stone there. This one's 1909. Oh, here's another Civil War soldier. Our father, John Edward Allen, born in 1832, died in 1909, enlisted in the 11th Minnesota Infantry, 1861, served in the Civil War 2 years. So we got another Civil War veteran here. Big stone. This is a big monument. Beautiful for a Civil War. Another Civil War soldier. It's the third one. And then we got wife of J.E. Allen. Died in 1863. So that poor wife died while he was in the Civil War fighting. She died. Pretty sad. Now we got another one. Oh, John Allen. Okay, here's the original stone. It looks like for John Allen, Company B, something 11 Minnesota Infantry. So that's his small stone. That's got to be the original stone. Nothing on that marker. So that's pretty old. So we got 3 Civil War soldiers here. And there we got, died 1864. Look at that. Wife of William. That's tilted pretty good. Died 1864 during the war. All right, moving on. Sadie Davis, 1883. Already been here. Stinson died in 1897. Stimson. I don't know if I get it twice, I'm sorry. died of 1863. That could be Civil War. Since, you know, died in 1863, that absolutely could be Civil War. Emmeline S., Albert L. Huh. Alright. Got two stones in the ground here, hard to see. Got dirt on them. Minnie A., wife of R.T. Ferguson, died in 1885. Alright, and we're moving on. These are close to the road here. These are, I would think these are the oldest ones. 1882, 1912. There's a big one, Whitcomb. There we go. I can't really read this one. I don't see a date on it. 1814? I don't know. No. Not sure. Pretty big monument. There's one on the ground you can't even see. There's one on the ground that you can't even see. Can't even read it. There's an 1896 that's about ready to fall over. That's tilted pretty good. Here's another one that's about ready to fall over. Look at that. It's shifted. Died 1895. And there's one that fell over. It actually broke off and fell over. Died 1870. Son of. Poor guy was only a year old. God gave, he took. He will restore. He doeth all things well. So this poor kid, you know, died at a year, 11 days. Aged 18, or in 1870. There's a lot of diseases and stuff back then. Here's one that's been broken twice and glued together. Died 1867. Alfred W. Manson. I wonder if he's related to Charlie at all. But there's, that's tilted, that's been broken twice. And we're pretty much done here. Chester E. Rowe. He didn't live very long. Born on July 5th, died on September 30th. He lived less than a year. Poor kid. And we just got a couple more here. Jesse Howard, gone to rest. Wife of G.H. Stokes, died in 1874. Only 20 years old. Probably died in childbirth, I would guess. And we got small one there, Stokes, another Stokes, 1892, only 3 years old. Boy, they had some bad luck. Okay, here we got Sarah L., 1857. That one's still pretty good. That's gonna fall over eventually. And we got a Mason. We got our first Mason. Nice big stone here. Died in 1917, born in 1833. He's a Masonic brother. There he is. Nice big stone. So that's pretty much it. We've hit all the oldest stones. We got a couple more here as we're leaving. 1808 or 1908. Looks like. Well, look at that. They died within months of each other, April to February. Or maybe that's 1903. Yeah, and then 1908. Knights. Name was Knights, I guess. Mary Dita, daughter of Knights, born in 1868, died in 1887. Not very old. Big monument. Sawyer. Big. This guy with another. Here's a guy that was in Civil War guy, born in 1838. Wallace Sawyer, 1838 to 1931. Company I, 115th Illinois Infantry. So here's another Civil War soldier. So we got four, I think. This is the fourth one. Big monument here. Very tall. 5 feet tall. Nothing on the back. Here's 1871 to 1900. Myrtle. Colby. Here's a little one hiding way over here. Oh, it's been broken off. Top is completely gone. Gone to the wind. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We got new one there. We got Prescott. Looks like the top broke off that one. It's laying on the side. 1882. That's really ornate. It's got a big, highly carved or cast anchor. Wife of O. Prescott. All right, I think we're gonna sign off here. So this is the Monticello Cemetery, probably one of the oldest ones, if not the oldest ones. And we have to remember our fallen heroes and our dead out there, because that's our history. So I thought I'd just walk through this and show everybody one of the oldest cemeteries in Minnesota. And signing off.